Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
Wait, no, sorry, I'm not married to that.
That was really stupid.
Let's try this one again.
Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
And this is Not Married to This.
Okay, Joe, my show's about to start.
Serena, kick it off.
Okay, welcome back to Not Married to This. We are joined by two fellow Bachelor Nation alumni, a Bachelor in Paradise success story, and current stars of Bravo's Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Please say a warm welcome to Ashley and Jared.
Hello. Can I move this pillow?
Yeah, throw
I
it
feel
away.
like such a...
No,
Throw
move
it away.
I mean, I think it looks good on
like
camera,
it,
but...
I know, but I was leaning on it, and I'm like, I'm going to look like a woman.
Why? Do I look womanly right
Yeah,
now?
but I feel like... Not that...
I could pull
I
off...
feel like Joe's more manly than I am. I feel like I'm manly.
Yes, this is true.
But I feel like...
wow.
Yeah.
Because you and I like both get very passionate about things, but you're still very like I feel like my voice can get higher.
Yeah.
Like, because
It's
I can
like
be
the
like, oh, that's
Chicago
fun, right?
Italian
And you're not like
accent.
that.
I feel like on a manly level, we're very similar.
Yeah.
I think you have a little more childlike energy to you.
I could not agree more.
That's
Yes.
a good way to put it.
No. 1,000%.
We went out with friends last night, and I think, like, oh, he's so manly. And Jared is like, he
First
just
of all,
seems...
I'm manly.
No. I was like, but Jared's like so, like, Joe, like, he's such a kid with him.
Yeah.
Like, just listening to you guys talk, it was like your energy to your voice was like cutesy
I think it's also
and
just
young.
having kids. Like, I'm surrounded by a 4 and 2-year-old constantly, so I'm always like,
I like you in
let's
that
go to the
mode.
grocery store.
Yeah, but
you know?
I like you in that mode. But then there's Mellow Man,
Mellow man, yeah.
He
Joe
has-
can be
Joe
mellow
is
man, too.
exactly like
can be a
that.
mellow man?
He can be so mellow man to the point where my sister's like, "Are you guys in a fight?" I'm like, "No, he's just in mellow mode." And then he can be so like such a character at times too.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he
have that.
fluctuates.
That's why we relate. I
Yeah,
also have
that's
that
why-
childlike energy that could come out at any moment.
Every
Yeah,
time
I
we're
agree.
together, I'm just like, you guys need to hang out so much more because it would be so good for Jared. It'd be so good for
Yeah,
Jared.
it's so frustrating because like she'll just look at me and be like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, nothing is wrong.
like,
Well, I mean, if
I'm
you want to hit balls today at 3:00, I'm going to.
I would
Chelsea
love to,
Piers.
but I'll be with Andy Cohen.
No,
Oh,
well,
well, that's a good offer.
that's your life now.
We've been watching, obviously, Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and Joe keeps saying, he's like, we have to go back. We should go visit Ashley and Jared. We should go see Rhode Island. Like, we had such a good time when we came that
Aw,
weekend with you guys, honestly.
you.
Oh, it was awesome.
And
That
the
was so much
city is
fun.
really beautiful. Is it a city, a town?
Ours is a town.
Yeah, South Kingston.
Well, Newport's a city.
Yeah, Newport's
a city, and that's where we went.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
Newport.
Gotcha.
We've never actually been into the depths of Rhode Island.
Okay, well, something to look
You
forward
don't
to.
have to go into the depths of Rhode Island. You're not missing much. Like,
Yeah, you definitely.
I didn't
That's
think so,
Cranston.
you know?
That's where like everybody thinks Cranston's the center of the universe, and they don't drive more than 15 minutes out of it.
Really?
Who from your cast lives in Cranston? Anyone?
Well, Alicia's from Cranston,
Okay.
and she's obsessed with Cranston, and she lives in Providence, which is 15 minutes from Cranston, or at least where her mom's house is. And she's like, we have to move back to be closer to mom. Could you imagine being 15 minutes from your mom and thinking that like you have to move closer?
look at our scenario. We live 30 minutes from my parents, and we see them.
That's.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very Rhode Island thing.
No, it's weird. Okay,
It's
that's
like
a weird
we need
thing.
to be on the same street or we're not close.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom and my sister, they live 30 minutes apart, and they probably see each other 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, I mean, we live 30 minutes from my parents. We see them probably once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Yeah,
maybe.
something like that. So, anyway, we
Yeah,
don't
we
have to
live
go
30
into
I honestly, I think that's an Italian thing because my
family is
dad's
like
my
this.
dad's twin. We grew up on the same block, and when they moved 15 minutes away, it was like, oh, they're moving out of town. Like they're
Maybe it is
This
an
is a-
Italian
yeah,
thing then.
it is.
Yeah, your whole family lives very, very close to each other.
And just to preface this, so people know, Ashley and Jared are on the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, which is a show on Bravo.
Yeah, she said
Oh,
it.
you did? I
already.
did? You did?
Yeah.
I missed it. All right.
Let's cut to the chase.
Okay.
You guys are from Bachelor Nation. You are now in the Bravoverse. How's it going? How did this come to be, actually? Let's go back for a second.
Somebody I think that you were on the season with, I might be doing like the Bachelor math wrong. She was talking to a casting producer from Bravo, and she was being talked to about another possible city that never came to be. And then she was like, would you be down to talk to them? And that was how it went. It was very simple.
Interesting. That's kind of how it goes, eh? They're just like, hey, do you want to jump on a call? And then they see if you're a fit with the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
Your cast seems to all really have grown up and known each other,
Yeah.
and you're kind of playing the role of like outsider coming into the group a little bit.
But your friends also seem she's also
Rosie.
kind of like
Rosie's also kind of an outsider.
She's also kind of an
like
outsider.
she grew up in Massachusetts, but it wasn't far. She like was like half an hour outside of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
But still, she's new to this group.
Yeah.
And she's friends with Alicia.
How did it feel then? You guys are entering a new network of television, a new style of reality show, and you're entering kind of this new group of friends.
Yeah.
Were you freaking out at all, or were you
I
like?
was definitely intimidated, and you could tell on the show that I'm like the shy, more sheepish one.
Yeah.
Was also talking to Caitlin about how it's funny, and because I was referring to you guys being on the Alex Cooper show, Winter Games.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, whenever you put like a Bachelor contestant who seemingly has a big personality, or sometimes mellow man, on.
Well, I also have a big person.
Yeah, you have a big like we know that from Paradise, which is funny because like when on Becca's season, you're known for that, But it's weird because when you put a Bachelor quote star into an ensemble cast,
Yeah.
we seem very demure.
100%.
Yeah.
Because you're definitely not known in Bachelor Nation for being
No.
demure. Like, you do have a big personality. You are like a star of Bachelor Nation for a reason, both of you. I don't know, though, how you keep up with a cast where there's so much infidelity and they all have these like long histories with each other of so-and-so dated so-and-so's boyfriend and so-and-so's sister is potentially hooking up with so-and-so's husband. Like, how do you even get involved in the show?
Well, that's why people are asking me if I regret not saying more or whatnot. I'm like, I think it would have been so odd and inappropriate if I was trying to like put my opinion in on these deep rooted issues.
Yeah, with people
Like,
that
I'm
go
new
back
here.
so far, and
Yeah.
you're like, well, I got something to say, and they're like,
Yeah.
actually, you just got here. okay?
Exactly.
You don't know the ins and outs of what we're talking about.
Yeah, but they also they also open themselves up for that. Like, you kind of have every right to do it because you are part of the cast.
Yeah, there was moments, of course, and they're not all shown. Like there was a moment with Rula about her husband that I was just like, excuse me, what's going on here?
What do you think about that?
Yeah. What do I think about that?
Yeah.
It's very, I whatever Rula wants. Like, I am close to Rula. She's so lovely, and she deserves all the good things in this world, as Jared says. Sometimes he uses that expression.
Not just about Rula, but
Not just about Rula.
I really said about Dawson and
yeah,
Hayden.
definitely.
They deserve all the good things in this world.
Yes. And Rula.
Yes. But like, I mean, Brian is certainly an imperfect person.
Jared, are you close with the guys, like the dads or
No.
the husbands?
Well,
the
you,
husbands?
Rich, and you get
I'm close
along,
with
and then
Rich.
you really like Billy.
Rich
I
is
get along
Rosie's
really.
husband?
Yeah, so I get
Yeah.
along very well with Rich.
that
and
makes
I get very
sense.
along with Billy.
Yeah.
Every time
Billy
I
is
talk,
Kelsey's boyfriend.
No, there's another
No,
Billy.
no,
That's Alicia's
oh,
boyfriend.
sorry.
so
The-
Bill,
Billy.
Alicia's
Okay.
husband.
Okay,
Sometimes
yes.
they flip flop on who's Bill and who's Billy.
Yeah.
Just the girls just kind of choose whatever they want to call him, so it gets confusing.
Yeah, I get
This is-
along.
this is
I get along
Alicia's.
with everybody, but yeah, Alicia's husband because he's in the restaurant business, so we talk all the time.
Yes.
Not off camera, but like anytime we see each other, it's like
Natural.
we never miss a beat.
You have a lot in
And then
common.
Rich and I get along famously, and Rosie hangs out with Ashley a lot because she'll come and hang with the kids. Like
Yeah.
she's been to a trampoline park with us and like in the ball
She,
pit
like,
with the kids. and she
enjoys
comes over.
it. She's like, Rich, I don't want to leave.
Yeah, and Rich came too, and then Rich did not take his shoes off, and I'm like, bro, you need to take your shoes off. You're at a kids trampoline park, like you're not allowed to wear shoes, and he didn't take his shoes off.
no.
But yeah, so that's wonderful. But yeah, for Brian, like every time I've talked to Brian, he's been very nice, very welcoming. But yeah, it's just like one of those things that like there's definitely something off, and it's like I don't mess with it. I don't get close to it. And then with Ashley is friends with Rula and supports Rula, and like I don't think Rula knows what's going on, so Rula has to make her own decisions, and then Ashley would be a friend and be there for her.
Sometimes it's crazy to me. Like, I'm not a cheater. I don't cheat.
Slay.
But like, if I did, I would be so cautious on camera with a fucking mic on me. And I feel like this guy Brian, it's like, dude, it's like, what are you doing?
It was
like,
super
this is
strange.
This is so obvious.
It's an
what you're
interesting
doing.
approach.
What do you think?
to
What is so obvious that he's doing? Because like I find that dinner scene with Alicia to be puzzling. Did you guys watch that?
We
Yeah.
watched
Yeah.
the whole
But
thing.
what part
Yeah.
are you talking about?
When he's like talking about
Like getting her drunk the first
yeah.
night and being like, I was ordering her doubles the whole night without telling her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to me,
his moral compass and what he sees to be okay versus not okay is very different than mine. I'll say that for sure.
Because like we all understand reality TV and like how it can be edited and such, but like Brian, you are mic'd up and you're saying what you're saying. Like there's no way around. Like
Yeah. Well, he clearly doesn't see a problem with what he did, which is a whole issue in itself.
in my opinion, that scene, he seemed to have his guard down because I think he really likes Alicia and her husband,
Yeah.
Billy.
Slash Bill.
And I could see he was like more comfortable with them, and it seemed like he was a little drunk.
Yeah, I thought he was maybe a little drunk.
Yeah.
He seemed like he was like, oh, this is like who I really am. This is the conversation I would have off of camera. I'm going to have it right now.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me.
What's the biggest difference for you guys filming a Bravo show together versus filming like Paradise Bachelor together?
I very much appreciate you including me in this conversation, but we all know, like, I'm not
But
even
you are
Robin.
filming,
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm sure,
filming.
like,
Yeah.
as much
You're
as
in
she's
it.
on the show.
Oh, I'm in it.
the-
I walk in the background, bro.
Yeah, but you're in it, but you also.
My whole
And
storyline's
we're
about
gonna
you.
get like we have like a relationship topic, so I don't know if this blends too much into that, but like you did have to kind of agree.
Of course, I agree to everything.
Yeah, but I'm like I mean, that's kind of a big step. Like I don't know if I would be okay with going on a Bravo show and exposing my life. Like it is kind of a big thing.
But it's so similar to Bachelor. It's the same thing where it's like, I'm sure you guys went in the same boat where it's like, I'm going to say yes to everything until I actually have to make a decision. Like, hey, do you want to go through casting? Of course I want to go through casting.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to fly out to LA to meet producers? Of course I do. And then when it was like, okay, we're going to film in 2 weeks. And it's like, oh shit, now I have to sign. So that's what happened with us, where it was just like, of course you say yes, 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 yes. And then if they actually want you, then we'll have to come to a conversation. But like, it's the same thing with Bachelor. It's like, how could you possibly say no to this?
Yeah.
Well, it's different because you on Bachelor, the only person you're worried about is yourself.
Yeah,
You on this show, you have 2 little kids, a family to protect, and it does seem like the things that really pop off on these Bravo shows, it's when the relationship is kind of
I know.
on the
Yeah.
rocks.
There is a level of, and I think Bravo would admit to this, like, I don't want to say toxicity, but it is like, there's drama.
Nobody's just going to want to watch you guys just, I mean, that's what social media is for. Like, here's our kids, this is a happy life, but
Yeah.
on a television show, that's boring.
I was kind of hoping that that's what it would be. Like that we would be like, follow my mom life. It's actually going to be so entertaining to everyone because it's going to be so relatable to so many people out there of this age group. And we get a little bit of it in this season, and I've gotten such good feedback on those parts.
I have liked seeing that
Yeah.
element because I feel like that's your storyline more than anyone on the show that has kids.
Yeah.
It's like your relationship with Dawson and
Yeah.
Hayden and your like beautiful boys and what it's like being a mom, and also I feel like they've gone behind the scenes of like your job more than anyone
little
else
bit.
as well. And
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing a lot.
Yeah, so it's been a lot, but we basically were like, we had our relationship on the show on Bachelor was so volatile. It had so many like peaks and valleys, and it was just nonstop for really 2.5 years that I was like, we were all both like, well, if we could do that, we can definitely do this.
Well, also, I mean, it's no relationship, like, we have a great relationship, but no relationship is perfect. And so I think, like, at least for me, I don't read comments, or I try not to, and I definitely don't look for things. And so it's like, if people are criticizing or saying things, like, that's just always outside noise that I just try to ignore. And so, like, when, I think it has probably helped that during our relationship, it was such an up and down of, like,
Yeah.
back and forth, and people having their own opinions about it.
We had so many opinions.
That,
on
like,
our
I don't
relationship
care what
around-
people
Yeah.
opinions are.
You're not new to like airing out your relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
and I like that. Like, I do like an aspect of showing that, like, it's not perfect, but that's okay, because no relationship is, and no relationship should be seen as perfect. I think that's
Yeah.
like one of the downsides of Bachelor, is the idea of like, oh, it falls in love and it's a fairy tale, and it's like great to watch, but of course, like, it's like, well, that's not real. We all know
Yeah.
that's not real.
Also, our kids are so young that I felt like at this point, we're not really worried about it affecting them. It's not like somebody's going to come up to Dawson in preschool and be like, why did your mom do that yesterday?
The first day of
and
preschool, though,
if they're
or
older, yeah.
after
it was
I
after
dropped
the
them off at
show.
school, and
Yeah.
then a kid went up and was like, Dawson, I saw your mom on TV last night.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and then the
oh,
teacher,
boy.
we love her.
Starting.
She's like, you did great on the show last night.
Oh, that's so
She's
cute.
the best.
That's awesome.
Was there anything that that you guys, before you agreed to do this show, that you're like, we are never talking about this?
Well, we're never gonna say that if we did or did not. Okay.
I guess it's part of the contract, the Bravo contract.
Well,
where you
no,
kinda
it's
gotta
not
open
that. No. Like, it was so strange. We both like made fun. When we had a meeting with producers initially, they were like, "Is there anything that you guys don't want to talk about on camera?" And we were like,
"Oh, yeah."
Both of us were like, "That's very funny."
Yeah, why would we tell you that?
We've done this before.
It's like when The Bachelor asks you, "Is there any date you wouldn't want to do on the
exactly.
show?" You say, "No, I would do anything," because I'm like, I'm not going to tell you I don't want to go skydiving.
Let me just give you a list of my darkest,
I'll end up on the skydiving
deepest
date.
intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, but that's also like when I cry at that dinner table scene. And I didn't have a trauma.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the women were like pulling at me like, there must be something wrong with you. You know, you talk about, you got a perfect life, blah, blah. I'm like, our life is certainly not perfect, but like when it comes, it's pretty, very, very good.
We have nothing to complain about.
Literally, and we don't have, I tried to explain. I was like, all of the skeletons that you might want from me, they've already played out on TV before.
Yeah.
It was like my husband took 2.5 years to like to come
And it's
around.
more so
Okay?
like, I think as we gotten older and now have kids, like our perspective has changed, and probably for the more boring side. But it's like if our kids are healthy and we're secure financially and we have a house over our head, like I really don't need anything else.
You guys are also very positive people too.
In that moment, I told the girls, I was like, I really feel like it's inappropriate of me to air out anything because I know just before even going to those conversations, like the tidbits about your life, and I don't have anything.
Yeah.
And it would be so wrong of me to pretend as if I like have something that's comparable to yours. So like, I just really don't feel right saying this. So then I like, because, given the situation, I had to say something, right? So
What did you say?
My family dying. I was
Oh.
like, everything's so perfect right now, but the thing is, I know that one day it won't be perfect because someone's gonna die.
That was the,
Of all the things you could
My
have gone with,
family
Ashley,
dying.
I can't believe that's what you went with.
Well, it has always kind of been like a trigger.
I mean, like,
for
that's
me.
a real fear.
It is a real
Especially as
fear.
people's- You're very close with your family, your parents, as they age. I think that's
It's
a real thing people
fear.
face.
It's a real
of
fear
like
of everybody.
anticipating the grief that comes with
Totally.
losing family members is so real.
It's not even
But-
just family members, but like your parents or
Yes.
like siblings, kids. Like that's
Exactly. Kids. Like, we don't even go there. Like, I don't even go there mentally
No.
with the kids and Lauren and stuff. But it's like that your parents, you honestly, in a weird way, hope that they go before you. And so
course.
that's something that you always are thinking about, especially as they get older. Yes, that's where I went. And some people online have been like, why couldn't she just talk about the stresses at Audrey's? I'm like, because that truly is uncomparable to what these women are talking about. That is a blip.
I think when you grow up, and Jared, you're from Rhode Island, I'm from Chicago. It's similar in a way. But like if you guys met on Bachelor in Paradise, but if you were high school sweethearts and then you went back and forth and this and that, and then you end up on a show, like you're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a lot of skeletons in your closet.
Yeah.
Where I think because we met in an unconventional way, we're all from like different cities or countries. There isn't that. I don't want to call it baggage, but like that background that like you finally open up on television.
Yeah, if it was like my ex-girlfriend from college that was on the show and it was like we had these ups and downs and then like we were on a break and I dated this other girl, but like we were kind of on a break, but she was pissed off about it. And now this other girl they get the other
Smoking
girl
cigarettes, you're at the local bar,
exactly,
getting fucked up.
just
Totally
like letting it
different.
loose,
This is so funny when you put it that way.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you're probably like, what are we going to do? Use it again?
That's what I
Not that
mean.
you're ever
That's
using
what
it in
I
the first
mean,
place,
yeah.
but you're like, well, everyone knows about our experience for the most part. You probably are like, I'm not sharing anything new.
No, exactly. I was like, if you're, I mean, like, I don't
You're
want
like,
to tell
tune in,
the
it's
story
on
of us
Hulu.
again. Like, that seems just like everyone who's heard about it and wants to hear about it, they can go look at it somewhere else.
I also think these are the first time these women are on TV.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly big production, and Ashley and I have been extremely lucky to be a part of the entertainment industry for many years and to have these opportunities and be on camera for multiple times. And so I think especially for Ashley, it's just kind of like, it's very much not, it is work to a certain extent, but she's so accustomed to it. Where a lot of these women are like the first time you're dealing with producers and you're dealing with camera, you're like, I want to make sure like I'm doing a good job,
Yeah.
There
Where
was some of
Ashley wants to
that.
do a good job, but like there's more boundaries to Ashley.
Yeah.
Your reality TV skill set is just, and this is not a knock at the ladies,
No.
it's so much sharper than theirs
Yeah.
because you have so much more experience in this world.
It was a positive and negative thing because throughout the
Yeah.
entire season, like I had a very easy time watching it. Nothing was like of course there's moments where like, oh, I don't love the way that look played out, but like for the most part, I felt like I didn't say or do anything stupid.
Yeah.
And so that's great, but also I'm like such a side character, which I am fine with.
Well, and you know what comes with being a main character. There's like pros and cons
Oh,
to
yeah.
that position as
Yeah,
well.
uh-huh.
Tell us about your relationship with Rosie. You guys are obviously very close. We see you defend her at that mass dinner, and we see, you know,
Yeah.
her and Kelsey going at it 24/7, both
I feel
on
like
TV and
I
online.
feel like I've said this to Serena a
oh my
million
God,
times.
he keeps saying this.
Yeah.
I think did she ever do interviews?
Rosie. He keeps being like, I know Rosie. I've met Rosie.
Well, she was on TV like as a local reporter in different markets. And like a reporter and like news, you know, she would do weather and traffic and all that.
I feel like when we got off of Paradise,
Did you
I went on
set
a
Joe
date
up
with
with
her.
Rosie too? I was gonna say.
No, only
What'd you
one
say?
date.
Only for one date. We're watching. He goes, I went on a date with that girl. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, Ashley set me up with that girl.
Lizzie! Oh my
I was
God,
like,
how funny.
what do you mean? I was like, well, maybe that's how you know Rosie.
all right, whatever.
That's
I'm-
oh my
That's
god,
hilarious.
that's so funny.
yeah, see, Bravo, you made a mistake.
Joe's got past here.
Moving on past Rose, we don't know her. She
Rosie-
looks
I
very
want
familiar.
your take on
Okay.
the Rosie Kelsey of it all as Rosie's friend.
Rosie has, I mean, every right to go to have her moment because Kelsey was just having the biggest issues with her about the smallest things.
Yeah.
And why? Okay, Rosie did not have an affair with a basketball coach or with the news director or anything like that. Sometimes with Kelsey, it seems as if she's taking a rumor that she has no backing for and then makes it fact. And Rosie, like journalist here, is like, okay, first off, no. Can you please believe me? And secondly, where is your proof? If you're
Yeah.
going to be so insistent on it, where is your proof of
Yeah.
this? And there was just so many other things. Like then the square footage of her house. Rosie said in a group message it was going to be 8,000 square feet. And then it turned out to be 5 because like a city ordinance said they couldn't have a third floor. Even if that wasn't like a
8,000
thing.
square feet is
And that's
massive.
gigantic. Who two people?
It's also
they
like, if
don't-
I'm going to lie, I'm not going 5 to 8. I'm going like 5 to 12 maybe.
Sure. And it's like I one time made a very
You know?
embarrassing. I had a very embarrassing moment. We were looking at lots because
First time we were ever looking.
Yeah, we were looking at
for a
lots.
house. And long story short, the realtor was like, well, how big of a house are you looking for?
Mm-hmm.
And then Ashley was like, "Oh, it's got to be at least 10,000 square feet. And I was like, 10? And the realtor was like, 10,000 square feet? They were like, this is not the
I know
plot of land
nothing
you're
about
looking
square
for.
feet, to
and
be
then I was
honest.
like,
Yeah.
10,000? I was like, I
Okay.
think that's really big, Ashley. She goes, that's not big. Like my parents' house is bigger than that. And
That was
we asked her
wrong.
dad, and her dad was like, we're like half the
3,000.
size
He
of
said
that.
they're like 7,000, and like
And
their
they got a
house
big
is already
house.
too big for us. I wouldn't want the house the size of
Like,
their house.
I don't know
So
square
it's like-
footage, but that seems like a lot because I think my parents is like 900 square feet.
So anyway, square footage is a silly thing to argue. Like and to say like she's lying about her square footage. I think it was honestly a mistake, if not like
Or like it
backtrack.
was at the time and it had changed.
Exactly.
since.
And it's like that is why you don't like this girl because you're calling her a liar over this.
Yeah.
It's just it's very strange. It seems, and then there's the whole Instagram post of it all.
Yeah.
Everything seems super trivial. So it
What do
just
you
hit
think
pile
about
upon
the
pile.
joke that she made pulling up to Rosie's house with the siren being like square footage police?
If you're friends and like you like want to make fun of each other for a mistake, like if you wanted to pull up, if you guys wanted to pull up to our house
Yeah.
and our new house, let's pretend. And I
No, I was like,
said,
we
our
don't have a new
10,000
house.
square foot, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest choice to make with somebody that you're trying to like reconcile
She
things
definitely
with.
did it.
Nice house, looks like fucking shit.
Yeah.
8,000. She was like, it looks like 8,000 inches.
She definitely was doing it to like poker.
Yeah.
Like I don't think
you don't think it was genuinely like I'm going to try to make lighthearted or I'm going to
If
try to
you
make
want to
light
make
of a
amends,
situation?
let me ask you: if you were trying to make amends with somebody, is that what you would do?
I wouldn't. However, I could see. I don't know her, and I don't know if there was ill or malintent.
I don't think it was like malintent, but
I
it
could
wasn't
see someone being
like.
like, "Oh, let me make light of this now." Like, haha, it's an inside joke. Like, I shit on your house. Let's make this like a banter
Yeah.
thing between the two of us. We're gonna try to make light of this
Yeah.
shitty situation. I don't know. I could see it.
I get the route that she took. If that's what she was truly doing, if she was truly trying to, which I don't know if that's, I don't think she was, but if she was
I think
truly
it was too soon to make that
Too
joke.
soon, and not to be super specific about it, but if she were to come and be like, house police, checking up on the square footage, but then as soon as she went from saying 8,000 square feet, it looks more like 8,000 inches, then I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if Rosie would have like laughed and been like, "That's funny," it could have technically just been squashed.
I think
and
it
they
was
move
just
on.
Let me
too
ask
many
you,
things.
as like watching this season, from my understanding, it does seem like Kelsey goes after Rosie a lot. Would that be a fair assessment?
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
feel that way.
Yeah.
So if you were Rosie and like you were trying to make amends with Kelsey and Kelsey was going to come over and she yelled that in your driveway and you were Rosie, how would you react to it?
Not probably as intensely. Of
I
course,
wouldn't
Rosie
react
really
like
went
Rosie,
intensely, but
I get what your point is. It's essentially like this wasn't a one-off incident that she's now trying to move past. Kelsey has been poking Rosie all season.
Yeah.
Rosie probably went into that event with her guard up of like, okay, let's see how this goes. I'm
Yeah.
not feeling like my most warm and welcoming self right now. And then for her to start that interaction with another poke, even if it was meant to be lighthearted, I could see how that would trigger Rosie of just
Yeah.
like, okay, enough, that's my final straw. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what your intention was. Like, I invited you over. I wanted this to be a nice situation, and I'm done with this joke.
I think with boys too, like if you're asking me what I would do, I think boys it's different because
So much different.
I do think it would get to a point where I'd be like, all right, if you're gonna keep calling me out, like let's or we're gonna fight.
Real House
That's what I
husbands
mean.
of
Like,
Rhode
we're
Island.
actually-
That's my point.
Yeah,
Is
we're
that like
actually
I
gonna
feel like
fight.
if you were Rosie, you'd have been like, that's it. Like I'm not. Like how much am I going to take?
Yeah, that's why. Because when I watched it on television, I was kind of like, Rosie's fucking like she really blew this out of proportion. But then when you hear it all, when you see all the comments, everyone's like pro Rosie, like
Yeah.
she's finally sticking up
I
for
know, I'm
herself.
very happy for her.
So it's just, if I actually take a step back, like, yeah, I feel like I would handle it differently, but that's because I would be like, all right, let's just fight.
it's so funny when I ask him for advice on how to like navigate the friendships. He's just like, he's so simple about it, and he's like, "Oh, just be nice." And I'm like,
Well, it's just
sometimes
because,
you,
like,
you can't
Joe
be
would be
just
like,
nice
fuck
all
that
the
girl,
time.
she's playing in your face.
You
See,
know?
I'm more of the like, but it's just different because like in everyday life, if you had issues with people, I'd be like, just let them
Cut 'em
go.
off. Yeah.
Cut them out.
Yeah.
See it. Bye bye.
can.
It's
Yeah.
not worth
But
your
then
time.
You also want to demonstrate that you have some sort of backbone.
I feel
tough.
like cutting them and ignoring them is just displaying backbone.
But you
Yeah.
can't when you're
Yeah, you
filming
can't.
a show
yeah, of course
together.
not. So that's,
That's
the
the-
issue.
that's the
you,
thing.
You
Yeah.
have
Then
to
you
face
do.
it.
Guys, how's Audrey's doing?
Good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been so funny because
Business is booming now.
this is booming.
What, like
it's so
it's
funny. I saw
twice
I referenced this in Caitlin's podcast, but I saw the property manager and he's a good guy, and I saw him outside. We were talking, and he was like, "Oh, there he is, like serving coffee. Save Jared. Save everybody.
Audrey's.
Save Jared. Save Audrey's."
Audrey's.
And so now we always quote because first Bueller's Day off. Save
Great
Ferris.
Save Ferris, yeah.
So like now we're just like the Save Ferris.
While like the line is going out the door. Save
Because
Audrey.
he's obviously
Yeah.
fake being sick, so now people and like the girl that runs social is so funny. Like the day after the episode aired, it was obviously slammed,
Amazing.
and one of her coworkers walked out. There was like 75 people in the coffee shop, and he goes, "Struggling coffee shop, my ass." And so, but no, business has been great, and it's always been good. It's just, as you guys know, it's
Time consuming.
It's time consuming, and it's the constant like. It needed to always justify its own financial existence. And as you guys know, it's just like if I'm working 50 hours a week, grinding away, trying to like make sure that this place profits $1,000 a week,
Yeah.
if that, it's like, what are we doing? When I'm not getting paid, So that was really the bad part of it. But it's doing well, and I love it. I feel good when I'm working there because I've always worked in restaurants and I work with my hands. And so like I feel very confident in myself when I'm bartending or I'm cooking or just washing dishes or putting shit away or doing ordering because I've done it for so long that I feel very good at it. So that makes me feel good, but it's just
Self-worth too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just a daily purpose, which sometimes is hard working as a content creator to feel like you have.
But it's tough because obviously she's so overwhelmed, and then I'm so overwhelmed, and then with the two kids, and it's hard. So it's hard. So like at some point you gotta just figure out, okay, well, what do we cut out of our life that is the most expendable?
Yeah. What is it?
Right now, it's probably Audrey's, but Audrey's not closing anytime soon. You know, in terms
Go
of
to
like my level
Audrey's.
investment, I love Audrey's. It's doing so well.
I don't want to keep being like guys versus girls,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you're really on one today with
provider
the guys
thing?
versus
well,
girls.
well, I'm not. No, this isn't guy versus girls. But what I'm saying is, I think in our like industry, whatever you want to call it, influencing. I think it's being a guy. It's you don't get as many brand deals. You just don't.
No.
Because especially in the Bachelor world, because 98% of our audience is women, so you don't get as many brand deals. So it is very stressful to just be like, I guess I'm just going to sit around and wait, and hopefully. Polo, which we wouldn't. God, I would love to get a deal from Polo, but
Ralph Lauren Polo.
hopefully I get a
Oh,
brand.
I was like, do you have to do a polo? That's awesome, bro.
Polo.
But I'm like, hopefully I get a brand deal like that. Eventually weighs on you. So like I get why you opened up the coffee shop.
Yeah, of
and
course.
I get why you're grinding at it. Because,
Sundays with Joe.
Yeah,
I miss Sundays with Joe.
yeah, close.
R.I.P.
I'll never forget when that pallet came, bro. When I was like, "Oh, do you
That
do
was
wholesale?"
crazy.
And you were like, "Yeah, but you have to." I don't do wholesale, but you could buy a pallet. And I was like, "I."
2,000.
How
2,000
many?
jars.
No, how much was it? Do you remember?
2,000 jars, babe.
I think it was more than that.
For those listening,
Yeah.
Joe used to have a Sundays with Joe
You sold
sauce
them all.
brand.
Well, I was selling them because people were buying them, but also what I did to try to sell it even more because they were going. Because long story short, I mean, you must have sent I think it was like 3,000
Probably
Jars-
3,000
jars of
bottles.
tomato
jars
sauce.
of tomato sauce to Audrey's, and I
Which
the
is a
guy
coffee
delivered
shop.
it. He was like, I have all these tomato sauce. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, no, I have a whole pallet. And I was like, I don't really know what that means, but sure. Because Joe was like, this is what you have to buy. And I was like, I'll buy it because I have no doubt I'll be able to sell it. But I had nowhere to put these things. So this was like taking up our garage space and everything. So what I did was I texted Joe. I was like, bro, if I tell customers that they'll get a 10-second shout out saying, hey, from you, saying, hey, thanks for buying Sundays with Joe. I really appreciate it. He's like, yeah, sure. So literally anybody who, I'd be like, if you guys buy a case of Sundays
Yeah.
with Joe, you'll get a personalized shout out. It was like Cameo, except tomato sauce.
Yeah.
And I was like, you'll get a personalized shout out from Grocery Store Joe. So like I would text Joe, I'd be like, her name is Lisa and she's from Coventry. And then
I remember
I get like a
this,
30-second video back from Joe. Hey Lisa, thanks so much for buying Sundays with Joe. I really appreciate it. You're the best.
You shouldn't have excelled any more at that. That's perfect.
Yeah. And I would do it right away. Like,
That's
I didn't
great.
wait.
You're fast,
Good for
yeah.
you. Yeah,
Turn
that's
around
amazing.
quick.
Okay, one more question.
You
and
guys,
then
this is so fun.
there's been some chatter amongst the housewives. They've been throwing a little shade your way.
I know they have to. You know, it's like it's their time.
So how do we feel about
My
that?
time, their time, I don't know.
feel like the main thing I've been seeing is they've been calling you a confessional warrior,
Yeah,
saying
what the
like,
heck is? I go, yeah, hello, I'm from The Bachelor. I've done it. I did 4 seasons of it. Of course, I'm comfortable in the confessional room.
Also, my point was every show needs a person to somewhat to narrate.
Thank you.
And that I think
was-
that is
yeah.
what you're doing.
That's
And
also what they told me. Like they were like, it's gonna make so much sense for you to be part of this group, so you can like narrate for the outsider, like what it is
Yeah.
to be part of a new group in Rhode Island.
yeah, I feel like you are a great role for the audience specifically because people are like explaining things to you and you're like, as someone who just met all these girls, this is kind of my fresh take on what's happening, and you're kind of speaking to the audience with the audience about what the narrative is.
Definitely.
Right?
That I don't think it's weird to think that like you need a little time away from this fight, which you basically don't understand when it's going on. Like there's the name calling and just like the loudness, and then you like step back and you like try to figure out what it was about, and then I recap it.
You also have a podcast, like it's kind of your specialty
Yeah, I
to
know.
sit and confess.
Yes, thank you. I was like, I'm glad I serve a role around here. And the other thing is, I would pretty much say anything I've said there to their face. I don't
Yeah.
think that I've said anything like controversial.
do you think it's because like they're like this is unfair? We're out here like divulging like she's being cheated on and this person's having an affair and this and that, and Ashley's not really doing that. But in your defense, you guys aren't doing that.
Oh yeah, well we're not starting anything. Well, right, I understand what you're saying. They're like, if we're providing the entertainment in here, you can't have
Yeah.
your safe space.
Yeah.
Well, once you do much, you know, the reality TV of it all.
Well, also, if I was you, I'd be like,
That's what the education will give you.
I'd also be like, you don't edit the show, also.
I know. No, and also, guys, you're getting so much airtime. You are the stars.
Yeah.
And especially
Yeah.
towards the end of the season,
Yeah.
I do not play much of a role at all. So
Do you
it's
wanna
like
play
it's
more
kind
of
of
a
what you
role?
want.
Or no?
I would like to be as comfortable doing press as I am with them.
Yeah,
Does that makes sense?
Yeah, it
Like
makes
even
sense.
when we were doing press together as a group, I felt more comfortable because I was like, okay, this is I know this, and I don't know, like, and they're just more comfortable fighting, right?
It's just tough.
It's just hard.
Just
Press
walk
is
in and be
easier.
like Joe Ellen, like your glasses, they're ugly.
No,
and then just
like I
walk
could
away.
never say that, and I would never feel
Just
that.
start
Shit. I
doing
like her
that.
glasses, and like I just don't like. I don't
think
know. We're
one of the-
just having a hard time over here.
Well, one of your best qualities, not just with entertainment but in life, is that you are a very transparent person.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can't act. You know, you have a very difficult time telling a lie. Or
You mean like you don't think that I'm gonna act and throw down?
so my
but it would
point
never
is,
be in my
you're
nature
also a
to
very
throw down.
wonderful person, and you always seek resolution rather than conflict.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes
Yeah.
you different within the Housewives.
You are a solution-oriented person.
But that's just your nature. And so your nature,
Yeah.
you would never say to Joellen, your sunglasses look ugly, because even if you tried to do it, you wouldn't be able to project it because you know it would be a lie, and then it's like you're just overthinking it and you'd say it, and so you have the incapability of starting drama unless you actually feel it.
Yeah.
And so
But even when I
pros and
felt
cons.
it, like think about Bachelor. Like I don't know if did you guys ever see my Badlands date?
No,
Like
but
that
I was
one
there
where
when you
were on
guys
that
got
2-on-1
engaged.
and you got like,
Yeah.
Right.
like they left some girl on the
Yeah, the
island?
2-on-1. Like
and
even
you babysat
then,
Tanner and Jade's kid.
did.
Was it just Emmy at that point?
Yes. Yeah, that was their baby. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was just Emmy.
Yeah.
so
That was
crazy.
Paradise
That's
Queen.
crazy.
For
They only
me.
have one kid.
I know.
Anyway, even during that fight, like
Wow.
I look over at her, and I'm just like, "What?" You know? I'm like,
You also
I'm
might
not
be-
like ever gonna raise my voice.
You might be more comfortable existing in conflict with people that you have genuine history and relationships with.
Yeah.
That you have a foundation with, or a reason to be in conflict with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if
Ashley,
Jade,
just get more petty. Just be a petty
See, I
bitch.
have you saying this. I have who else for Bachelor? Other people are just being like, Ashley, just and I'm like, I don't know.
I
just
get
don't
it. It's
know.
hard.
You should
to go
do it. You
against your
should do what
nature.
makes you feel comfortable. And if
That's what I tell her all the time.
And you should be authentic to yourself, because that is what's going to resonate with people
Yeah.
watching. Like that's what people are liking about you, is that you're just being yourself.
Yeah. So then I should.
It's hard though because she doesn't want to be boring either.
Yeah.
I get it.
Because, but
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
rather, like, as not even as your husband, but as your friend, just I would tell you always just be authentic to yourself, and then whatever. Like if Housewives one day was like, Ashley,
Yeah.
there's just nothing.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
gotta,
then it's just not meant
then
for
it's
you.
not meant
Not meant for
exactly
you.
like, and it was a wonderful experience, and like you don't want to sell your soul, because
Yeah.
one of the reasons why you are sitting here, why you guys are sitting here, is that
Yeah.
you just always have been yourself, and there's
Yeah.
like something about that people like, and if you start not being yourself, it's
Right.
going to come across that
Right.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
like
if you
whatever
are going to
happens,
sell
happens.
your soul, make sure it's for a lot of money.
That's what I mean.
Because like if you're going to do
Yeah,
it,
definitely.
do it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Like have a signed contract.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're not gonna take chances
No.
here.
Yeah. Do it for the 8,000 square feet.
How much would you sell your soul for?
500 grand.
That's it?
Are you
500 grand for 10 years of selling your soul?
No, I'm not selling it for 10 years. I'm going to sell my soul, and then for the next 10 years, 500 grand tax free is going to come in no
Per
matter
year?
what.
Every year.
Per year.
Okay.
Per year.
5,000 tax free would be $1 million a year, though.
Yeah, it's about
he's getting
it's
$1
about $1
million.
million bucks a year. Tax free. I mean, tax
Mentally.
free.
What?
500 is kind of what he's
How
making.
much? Hold on. I'm not very good at math, so we're talking
We're
about.
reality stars. Don't make us
So is
do
that $5 million? So you would
Wait,
sell your soul for
500
$5 million?
I would sell my soul for $5
Well, what
million.
can we talk
Over
about the
10
soul? Can we like
years?
put something to this?
Yeah, no. We're
Like,
not,
Okay,
a product.
No more
stop
10-year
this.
stuff.
Ashley and Jared, who do you hate on Real
Who
Housewives of Rhode
needs soul?
Island?
No. I need
your soul
I need
here
an
and now
answer
for
on this.
free.
Hold on. I don't want to talk about like 10 years guaranteed. Flat fee right now for the rest of your life. You have to sell your soul, so you have to nobody's gonna like you. You're jeopardizing your marriage. Not jeopardizing your marriage. I shouldn't say that.
But,
Maybe
like-
you both.
Well, okay, yeah. Let's
the problem
define
is if
selling
you-
your soul. Let's define what.
Can I do this? Okay, so basically, say that okay, this is perfect example. How much would you guys do a porn video, just out there on
Probably
Pornhub?
$0.
It depends. I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do it.
He
How
would do
mu-
it.
let's-
Joe
let's
would
switch-
definitely.
Let's switch it
for
up.
the right number.
How much
He would
would you
do
sell
it.
your soul for us to be Bravo villains for 5 years on television? People hate us. We come across disgustingly
Yeah.
horrible people.
And-
is what we are on
Like
this
you're
show.
taking a chance because you might not ever be able to redeem yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you
So
have to
that's
make enough
the
money.
chance you're
in
taking.
those
It has to
in
be
those
You could
5
be a
years.
villain, and in 5 years, like people could start loving you again, or it could be go back and forth. But like you were taking a chance that like it could be over.
Yeah.
Everything could be over.
So selling my soul is the internet not liking me?
Yep.
He doesn't care as much.
2 million.
No.
Oh my God.
You
Yeah,
have
but-
to be able to live off it
Bro,
forever
brand
and
deals are
ever.
gone. Like you're going
Brand
back.
deals are gone anyways. Brand deals
No,
are big
Joe,
gone.
Joe.
Dude,
you
the
have to think about-
podcast is gone. Everything is gone.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Like I can never, if I can never make money
You might have to go back to the grocery
on,
store.
on social. Okay, 10 million. 10 million.
Okay.
10 million clean.
Okay, it's a
10
little
million
low for me,
clean.
but still.
10 million clean's not bad because then you might be able to like roll that over, and if you have kids, you're
10
like,
million clean. Invest it the right way.
Are we-
You should
can-
be fine.
You can make moves.
I still want to go back to like how much you would do porn for because
make moves.
I would not do a porn.
For
If
anything.
her parents were alive, and B, if we had kids.
Okay, so we have the porn conversation because sometimes I ask this question.
Yeah.
We always say that we'd have to get permission from our parents first.
Like they would have to be like, okay, fine. Go do
Yeah,
a
because
porn.
like they'd have to be like, yo, it's worth that amount for you
Are you-
guys. Yeah.
Your
we
mom
have-
was on the
we
show.
have a
Jared,
number.
would your
Yeah.
parents go on the show at all?
Yeah, they filmed something but it didn't get
Yeah.
in.
Oh, it didn't get. Yeah, they were at. We filmed
is
Hayden's first birthday, but
unfortunate.
it was cut unfortunately.
During COVID, the Bachelor Mansion was up for. It was like on an Airbnb, and I was like, if I was a porn producer, I'd rent the mansion. I'd get one guy to be the Bachelor with a bunch of porn stars and do a season, and it was just everything. It always ended in a porn with it would be sick.
It's not the worst idea.
No, it's actually
Not a
no.
bad idea.
No, thank you. And I would call it
One guy,
no, not one guy. I would call
one rose.
I would call it
Two girls,
25
one
girls.
rose.
I would call it the Bachelor, and then I would cross off the Bachelor and put. No, I don't know.
Oh, you know what you could
It's a
call
work
it?
in progress.
Oh, you know.
go.
What oh God, this is bad. But you could call it the Golden Bachelor, but cross out Bachelor and put the Golden Shower.
We go,
That could
yeah,
work.
if
Or
you're
a
gonna go,
different name for every episode.
I don't know what kind of porn you're watching.
Yeah,
but
I
Alright.
know. That's what
I
I'm
don't
thinking
Bro,
now.
come on. Remember I don't want to talk about it.
I get it.
Okay.
Last
He
thing.
knows what it is.
I
know what a
know
golden
he
shower
knows
is.
what it is.
course I know
Whatever
what a
I've
golden
watched
shower
in my
is.
past, he's seen as
Okay,
well.
all right, let's see what's going on here on this
Okay.
card.
We always end off with everyone saying one thing that they're not married to. We'll go first. You guys have a second. Joe, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'm not married to when I get into a cab or an Uber on the side of the street, that like the actual street, and they're like, don't open the door. I'm like, I'm not that unfucking aware. Like, I'm not gonna open the door and let a car come and take the fucking door off.
They actually do it every single time.
Don't
in
come
New
out
York
that way.
City.
I'm like, dude, I'm looking at the traffic. I'm not gonna get clipped right now.
Okay,
That's
I
what
have
I'm not
something
married to.
Very similar. I don't like it when people tell me that my shoe's untied. It's like, yeah, I know my shoe's untied. Thanks. And it's like, and I've never really honestly tripped over my shoe when it's untied, and I can feel it. I just need to get to a good spot to lean down and do it. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Your shoe's untied. Just letting you know. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. That's always bothered me.
Whoa,
I like this
okay,
kind of niche.
that.
I
Yeah.
like that
That's
though.
very niche.
I'm not married to somebody who doesn't push in their chair after they get up from the table, because so many times when I'm going through the dining room and the chairs, or better yet, when they push tables together
They don't separate.
and they don't separate them when they leave. And it's like, guys, you can rearrange the furniture. That's fine. If you have a big party, it's all self-service. You're good. But like, if you push a table together or if you move furniture, please just put it back where it was before you leave. That's all I care about.
I
That's
agree.
manners.
That's
That's
manners.
manners.
That's
Well,
etiquette.
there's like a
right
lot of
there.
tables too. Like the chairs are just like contorted and it looks like ass. And I'm like, if you just got up and just pushed
Yeah.
your chair back in, it'd be so neat.
It's the same when people like leave their coffee cups on the table. Like just throw
That
them
chair will
away
get
on
caught
your
in
way out.
Ashley's shoelace and she'll fall.
I know.
Mine is having too many tabs open. I actually am a hypocrite for saying that because I have like 12 online shopping tabs open on my laptop right now. But I went on Joan's phone the other day to like airdrop myself a photo or something, and it was going so slow. And I was like, oh, let me just like close some of his tabs. Oh my god!
Is that why my internet's slow on my
Pornhub.com,
phone?
golden shower.
No,
oh
you
my
have-
God.
Ka-ching!
She found me.
You have never closed a tab in your life. Every
I'm
single
not gonna
app
tell
on
you
your
that.
phone had a tab open. Anyway, you're welcome. I closed all your tabs, but if your phone's working slow, close your tabs. Trust me.
always
Thank
close my
you.
tabs.
Trust
She
me.
never. You
I
never
think I
close
have
your tabs.
125.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
my
didn't know that
gosh.
this is why my phone's
Because
slow.
like a lot of times I do the exact same thing. If I have to airdrop or something, I'll swipe up just
Yeah.
like clear out some stuff, and it's like I swipe up for like 5, and I'm like, never mind, I'm not going through this.
Out of control.
Yeah.
I close my tabs.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah.
not,
I
that's not
didn't know
necessarily
that's
true.
why.
You don't close your tabs.
You guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
This
having
was,
us.
This was
So
so
fun.
nice. If you
So
want to
fun.
let our audience know where to find you, what to listen to you on.
I have an Almost Famous podcast. It's called the Almost Famous Podcast with Ben Higgins, who is wonderful, and I love him, and he gives me great advice for the show. And then you could also follow me at Ashley Iaconetti.
I have a coffee shop that I sell Ben Higgins coffee at. So Ben's really just a big part of our lives, isn't he? It's in South Kingston, Rhode Island, called Audrey's, and you can find me, Jared Haibon.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You can find us on Instagram at Not Married to This Pod or on YouTube and TikTok at Not Married to This, and you can listen wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks so much. Bye.